name is Taylor Peach and welcome to an Amigurumi Halloween. I've decided that I want to try and make as many Halloween themed amigurumi creations as possible before Halloween gets here, so you'll have time to make them with me. I'm starting in September and I'm going to be trying to make as many throughout October as I can. And our first creation is this little chibi ghost. It is so tiny but so cute at the same time. He's got the little cute safety eyes like most stuffed animals have, and he's got little blushies and tiny little ghost arms and the little swoopies at the bottom here. I don't know what they're called, but he's super cute. And this was a free pattern that I found, so I will be linking it down in the description below for you to go check out. And if you decide to make this cute little ghost with me or any of my other amigurumi creations that you can check out on my channel, please send me a picture on Instagram at taylor.peach, and I will respond and I will love them because I love looking at your creations. And a few people have already sent me some of their creations. They are super cute and I love them. You guys have done such a great job, and thank you for 300 subscribers. I never thought I'd get that many. That's just such a huge number to me. And if you want to see more from me, make sure you like this video and subscribe, and you can hit that notification button if you want. It will notify you whenever my videos are posted, and I don't post that frequently, so it probably shouldn't flood your inbox or anything, but make sure you subscribe so that my videos will pop up in your feed whenever I post them. Comment down below what other amigurumis you'd like to see. I'm going to be making a pumpkin next, and it is a very cute pumpkin. Without further ado, let's jump into making this cute little ghost. Boo! The supplies you'll need to make this cute little ghost include white yarn, polyfill, a 4mm crochet hook, safety eyes, a yarn needle, a placeholder, and scissors. And some optional items for blush include pink felt and a hot glue gun, pink yarn that you would embroider, or just pink blush that would be makeup, because you can put that on amigurumi too. Alright, once you have your supplies, we'll be ready to begin. First, we'll need our 4mm crochet hook and our white yarn. We'll be working in the round, which means we need to begin with a magic circle. Alright, so take the end of your yarn with your 2 fingers, wrap it around. When you come back over, make an X right there. Pull it all the way to the back. So now you have 2 lines on the back side of your finger and an X on the front. You're going to flip it over to the back. Insert your crochet hook underneath the first set of yarn. And then grab the second one. Pull that underneath. Take your fingers out. With your long end of your yarn, you're going to wrap over the hook and pull through. And this is your magic circle. When we pull this right here, the circle will close and disappear. Alright, for our first round, we are going to do 6 single crochets. And to do that, we're going to insert into the magic circle, grab some yarn, pull it back out, grab some more yarn, and pull it through both of these little loops right here. And that is our first single crochet. We're going to insert into the magic circle again, yarn over, pull that back where it was, yarn over, and pull through both of those little loops. Now we have 2. 1, 2. All right, do that again. Now we have 3. 1, 2, 3. Insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do that one more time with a single crochet. Now you see we've got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It bends just a little bit, so you might have to straighten it back out, but there you can see all of them. Now, we're going to pull this just a little bit, but not all the way, to close it a little bit. Okay, now you're done with round 1. In round 2, we are going to increase all around in each of these stitches. To increase, you do 2 single crochets in one stitch. That way 1 turns into 2, and if we do it in all 6 of these, we'll end up with 12 more stitches. So we're going to find our first one right here. See that? We're going to insert our crochet hook right there. We're going to grab our long end of our yarn. This little short one we're basically done with, so don't bother getting that one. You're going to yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through both. Now you've got 1 single crochet in that stitch. Alright, we're going to insert, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through both. Now we have 2 stitches in that single stitch. Now, if you're not too good at counting these and you think you'll get lost, now would be the time to put your placeholder in. The beginning of our round was right here. Here's 1 single crochet, 2. We're going to put our placeholder right here. Alright, so we're going to go to the next stitch and put 2 single crochets in that one. Here it is right here. Let me focus just a little bit. Alright. Insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both. So there's 1 single crochet in there. We're going to go into the same stitch, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Now we've got 4 single crochets and only 2 stitches. And looks like we're doubling it now. Alright, to the next stitch right here, the third one. Insert, do a single crochet, insert in the same stitch, and do another single crochet. There's our another increase. So now we have 6 single crochets and 3 stitches. Gonna do the 4th one. 1 single crochet and 2 single crochet. We have 8 going into the 5th. 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet. We now have 10 into our last one, our 6th stitch from round 1. We're going to put 1 single crochet and 2 single crochet, thus forming our last increase. And we now have 12 stitches going all the way around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now you are done with round 2. Always make sure you count your stitches after you're done with the round to make sure you didn't mess anything up. Because there have been a time or two, actually a lot, that I've been doing a pattern. I think I'm doing perfectly fine. I get to the end and I count it and it's all off. And I'm like, oh, what did I do? It's very easy to get distracted by other things whenever you're crocheting. So just check at the end, make sure everything's right. If it's not, you can always go back. I'm now going to completely pull our magic circle closed. And see, it's gone. There's no more hole in there. And that's what's so magic about it. Okay, now on to round 3. Let's take our placeholder out. And this one, our pattern is 1 single crochet and then an increase. So let's start with that single crochet. Our first stitch. There's 1. We're going to put our placeholder right back in here. Close that. Cute little lock, isn't it? Alright, so now we've got our single crochet. Next we're going to move on to our increase. We already know how to do an increase. It's easy by now. Into your second stitch. Do 1 single crochet. In the same stitch, you do another single crochet. Now, in 2 stitches of round 2, we have 3 single crochets. And what this does is we go around here and do single crochet, increase, single crochet, increase. what it does is it spreads out our increases. If we just did increases on this side, it would be lopsided. And I don't think we want that. I think we want a pretty symmetrical ghost here. Alright, for our next one, we're going to do a single crochet. And then an increase. Another single crochet. Another increase. We are now done with round 3. Now we should have 18 stitches. Make sure you count and see if you have 18. If you don't, just pull it back out. Do it again until you have the right amount. On to round 4. Let's take our placeholder out. This pattern this time is 2 single crochets and then an increase. So let's go ahead and do our first single crochet. Alright. Put your placeholder back into that stitch so we know when to stop. Alright, so that's 1 single crochet. Let's do our second one. And then do an increase. One single crochet. 2 single crochets in separate stitches. And then 2 of your single crochets in the same stitch, otherwise known as an increase. Keep doing this pattern until you reach your placeholder. We're now done with round 4. Make sure you have 24 stitches this time. Our next round will be 5. Let's take out our placeholder. This time we're going to do 3 single crochets and then an increase. So let's do our first single crochet. Put that placeholder back. Don't want to lose your place. Alright, so we've already got 1. Let's do our second one. And then our third one. Now that we've got our 3 single crochets, we're going to increase. Alright, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 3 single crochet, and then an increase. Ooh, what have I got hold of here? Sometimes your yarn will act up on you. 1, 2, 3, increase. Alright, make sure you do this pattern until you reach your placeholder. Alright, I'm now finished with round 5. You should have 30 stitches all the way around. Okay, so our next 8 rounds will be exactly the same. What you'll do is just take out your placeholder, do a single crochet in your first stitch. Oh, sorry for the blur. Put your placeholder back in. And now, this is the hardest part of the entire thing. No, I'm just kidding. All you have to do is single crochet all around. No increases or anything. So just single crochet, single crochet, single crochet. Just do that all the way around until you reach the end. Voila! I am done with round 6. Now here's what you'll want to do. Once you're done with round 6 and you have single crocheted in each and every stitch, and you still have 30 stitches because you didn't do any increases at all, right when you get to that placeholder, just check off that 6 right there. I've found that this is the easiest way to keep progress of your rounds that are just exactly the same. Is just do them, once you get to the end, check it off. Do the next one, once you get to the end, check it off. And I will meet you back when you have checked off number 13. Alright, fast forward, and I have checked off number 13. I've gone through all of these rounds just doing single crochets all the way around. And that has made our ghost much longer. There's a lot more to work with now. Alright, so the next step, round 14, you can put this away now. Take out your placeholder. We'll go ahead and do our single crochet. Put that placeholder back in. Now for this round, we're going to do 3 single crochets and then a decrease. I'll show you that once we get to it. So we've already done 1, 2 single crochet, and 3. Right, so a decrease is the opposite of an increase. You're taking 2 stitches and turning them into just 1. So what we do is insert into your first stitch right here. Gonna yarn over, pull that through, and then we're going to go into our second stitch right here. We're gonna yarn over and pull through. Now you'll have 3 loops on your hook. Gonna yarn over and pull through all 3 of those. So now we've turned 2 stitches into 1. Alright, we're gonna do 3 more single crochets. 1, 2, 3, and then let's do another decrease. In your first stitch, insert your hook, yarn over, pull that through, insert into your second stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. Okay, let's do 3 more single crochets. 1, 2, 3, and then a decrease. Insert into the first stitch, yarn over, pull through, insert into your second stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3. You'll do that until you reach your placeholder. I've made it back to my placeholder, and now you should have 24 stitches all the way around. Now would be a good time to flip our work. Anytime you're working in the round, doing amigurumi, this right here is not the pattern that you want. The pattern we want is actually on the inside. There we go. That looks more like amigurumi. It's a very easy mistake whenever you're first starting out to not flip your work. It looks just a little bit strange if you don't do it, but it doesn't ruin it. But I always flip my work. First one I made, I didn't flip it. It looks a little bit weird, but alright, so now we're on to round 15. This is our last round, and in this one we're going to make the little skirt of our ghost. Alright, now make sure your work has been flipped before you do this, because we're going to be working in a specific loop. We are going to be working in front loop only. So what that means is all of your stitches have 2 little loops. 1, 2, 1, 2. And the one closest to you, let's see, this one right here is the one you'll be working in for all of the stitches in this round. Alright, so to begin, we are going to work 4 half double crochets into our first stitch right here. Alright, to do a half double crochet, we're first going to yarn over, and then we're going to insert. Make sure you get it into the front loop right there. Okay, now you've got 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 1 of those, just the first one. Alright, now you still have 3. You're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 of those right there. Okay, and here's your stitch still. Since we're working in the front loop only, it's going to leave a little bit of a hole there so that we can more easily put our half double crochets in there. Alright, now for our second one, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through all 3. So now we have 2 half double crochets, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3. Alright, our last one, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3. Alright, so now we have 4 half double crochets in this first stitch. We're going to skip the second stitch right here, so we're not going to work in this one, we're going to work in this one. You can tell that this is the next one because right here was our first stitch and it is going into this one. So skip this one, work in the second one right here. What we're going to do is just slip stitch. So insert into your front loop, you're going to yarn over and pull through. And instead of yarning over again, we're just going to pull through our last loop. And that is a slip stitch. It's used to just join things together. Alright, and there's our first little ghost thingy. I don't know what it's called. A little skirt. That's what it looks like. And if you want to, you can take your placeholder and just insert it into that first half double crochet so you don't lose your place. I mean, you'll know when you get back around here that you've got a little bump right there, but it's always nice to know where you started out. Alright, continuing on to our next little bump of our ghost skirt. We are going to skip the next stitch, which is this one right here, and we're going to work more half double crochets into this stitch right here. Sorry, just trying to focus. Okay, so yarn over and insert into the second stitch, the front loop only, right there. You're going to yarn over, pull through the first, yarn over, pull through all 3 of those. There we go. Alright, do another half double crochet, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3. So now we've got 2. We're going to do our third one, and then our fourth one, just like that. And if you're lost, feel free to rewind and watch again very carefully. If this is the first time you're doing half double crochets, it can take you a little while to get used to how you do them. The next step is to skip our next stitch right here and go into our second one. We're just going to slip stitch in the front loop to join this little bump to the rest of our ghost, just like that. And there we go. And I'll show you one more. So we're going to skip our next loop right here. We're going to go into this one. So we're going to make 4 half double crochets. Make sure you're still working in the front loop. There's 1, 2, 3, oops, and then 4. You've got 4 half double crochets in this stitch. Skip the next one, slip stitch into the second one. So just yarn over, pull through once more. Now we've got 3 little bumps here. And you're going to continue to do this little pattern until you reach back around to your first bump or your placeholder. I've come back around and finished. This back side, it's a little more spread out, but there's no room to put another one, so this will just have to be our front. I'm not sure exactly how to fix that. I'm just following by what the pattern says. So, we're finished. All we have to do is snip this off. I'm not sure exactly how long of a tail, so we'll just leave a medium length one. And just pull that all the way through. Just like that. So now our body's done. Take that placeholder out if you have one in. There's a little ghost body. Very cute. Now what we're gonna do is make the base. So grab more of your white yarn. And we're gonna make another magic ring. So your first 2 fingers, wrap it around and make an X. Have 2 on the back. Take your crochet hook underneath the first, grab the second. Take your fingers out there really carefully. Wrap around your hook and pull through. And there's your magic ring. We're going to put 6 single crochets in here. Insert yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're gonna do the same thing we did earlier, which is increase all the way around. So our first one right here, insert, yarn over, pull through, do a single crochet, and then another single crochet in the same stitch. And if you want, you can put your placeholder in that first stitch so you know when to stop. Okay, and then just increase all the way around, which is 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Just like that. Now we have 4. I've now reached my placeholder, and that means we're done with round 2. Count around and make sure that there's 12 stitches, and you can pull that magic circle all the way closed now. Just like that. And what we're going to do is take out our placeholder, and for this pattern we're going to do a single crochet and then an increase just like we did before. Single crochet. Put that placeholder back in. When you're working in the round, you have no idea where the heck to stop unless you have a placeholder or you're constantly counting. So we did the single crochet. Now it's time for an increase. Alright, single crochet and an increase. And keep doing that until you reach your placeholder. I've now finished round 3, and you should have 18 stitches all the way around. Make sure you count and check before you continue. Take out that placeholder onto round 4. We're going to do our single crochet. Put that placeholder back in. We've already done our first one. In this pattern, we're going to do 2 single crochets and then an increase. So there's 1, and then 2, and then your increase. And then 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, and then an increase. Alright, and keep doing that until you reach your placeholder. Alright, I've now reached the end of round 4. Make sure you count and have 24 stitches. And once you've determined that you do have 24 stitches, then you are done with the bottom of your ghost. And make sure you leave a really long tail, because you're going to have to sew this into your ghost. Not like really long, but long. Pretty long. And don't forget to just pull that through. Just like that. And if that little bump there bothers you, you can always just slip stitch that right there and make it look a little more circular. Alright, now we're done with the bottom. Our next step will be to assemble our ghost. And first, before we attach the bottom, we're going to need to grab our safety eyes. I'm going to see which ones I like best here. I think these look good. If you want to know what size they are, these ones are 8mm. Alright. Let's see. This pattern does not tell you where to put them, so I'm just going to wing it. I think this looks good, and it is in between 5 and 6 rows from this direction. And they're about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 to 6 stitches apart too. So I think that looks good for a little ghost. So I'm gonna put the backs on these eyes. If I can grab them, that is. And just pop them in there. So I am satisfied with the placement. Now we've got some little ghost eyes. Isn't it so cute? Alright, let's put these up. And now we're going to sew this in. So we'll need to get our yarn needle. Take the long end of the bottom of your ghost and just pull that through. I like to double knot it so it doesn't come off. Okay, so I'm going to start in the back because I'd rather this be like that. Which way should I turn it? Probably like this, with that pattern facing up. Alright, so we did the front loops when we did our half double crochets, and that leaves us with the back loops. So I'm just going to join this using the back loops instead of the front ones. And we're going to do this about halfway and before we stuff it, so all our stuffing will stay in. Alright. Go into our next stitch, and there we go. And each of these both have 24 stitches, so It should line up pretty nicely. Okay, go into our next stitch, and then let's see, right here. Oops. Also, I don't believe we need this little tail of our ghost, so I'm just gonna stick it in here. Alright, our next one, right here, going into the stitch right here, I believe. Yeah, that one. Next stitch is this one, right here. We're gonna put into our next back loop. Whoops. This thing is so tiny I can't really keep it in place. Whoops. There we go. So our next one's right here. And we're gonna put it right there. You'll have to do this like 24 times because there's 24 stitches in our bottom and 24 stitches in this bottom part of our ghost. So put that in the next stitch, and then in this one, our back loop. Just like that. And it's all coming together. Look at that. Wow. So impressive. Alright. And so this one's our next one right here. Before I pull that through, let's find our next stitch, which is right here. Make sure you pull those pretty tight so it stays. Look. And then this one right here. And we're just gonna keep going around and around and around endlessly until we reach about halfway. Whoops. This ghost just wants to fly away. Haha, get it? Because it's a ghost. I'm so funny. Please laugh. Oh, I think we've got it to halfway now, see? So now we're going to stuff this puppy with all of our nice polyfill. It won't need much. Just stuff it as much as you can fit in there. Alright, so I'm going to leave it at this, and if I need more, I can just stuff that in before we finish it off. Okay, our next stitch is here and here. Sometimes they're a bit hard to see because it's such a tiny piece. Such a tiny little ghost. I believe we're finished. Look at that. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, that's just absolutely adorable. I love that. Okay, when you're finished, what you'll need to do is just stick this puppy inside a stitch next to where you came out of last. You're just going to shove this thing through its body. It's a little brutal. And then poke it at the top. Come on. Sometimes it gets stuck on the stuffing a little bit. There we go. And pull that all the way through. Grab your scissors. Give it a little bit of tension and just snip that off. And now, the end of that tail will be inside your ghost where nothing else can pull it and unravel this. So the next step is the arms. And honestly, This ghost looks so cute. You probably don't even need to add arms to it, but I'm going to show you how to, just in case. And I'm just going to use this scrap yarn because I've got quite a bit left, and these arms aren't going to take up much. Pick your little stitch right here. I think I'll go with this one. That looks like a good spot for an arm, right? Okay, so now what we're going to do, I'm going to make a slip knot, wrap it around, stick part of it through, and just pull like that, slip knot. Put that on there. I'm gonna slide that through here. And then we're going to just chain 3, which is yarn over your hook, pull through, that's chain, yarn over, pull through, that's chain, yarn over, pull through, that's chain. We've got 3 chains right there. So now what we're going to do after your 3 chains is insert into that same stitch on your body. We're going to yarn over and pull through, and then we're just going to pull through again. It's a little hard to see, but it's just a slip stitch like we did earlier. And then just cut your yarn and pull it through. I'm using a scrap, so I don't need to do that. Alright, there's a little arm. And what you can do is get your yarn needle again and just tie a little bitty knot on there. And then we're just gonna stick it through right here. Pull it out through the other end. Just gonna yank that through there. Ugh, there we go. Okay. And then snip that off. Oh, it's so cute, little ghost arm. And then you can just stick this through here and pull it out the other end, just like that. And cut it off like you did the other. Oops. Ta-da, now you have a little ghost arm. Yay. Cute. And then you'll just do the same thing to the other side. Make you slip knot. And just wrap it around your fingers and pull this part through here. Tighten it up a bit. Put that onto your hook right there and pull it through your stitch, just like that. Now what we're going to do is chain 3. So all you have to do is yarn over, pull through. Whoop, whoop, if my yarn wants to listen to me. And then yarn over, pull through, that's 2. Yarn over, pull through, that's 3. And we're gonna go back into that same stitch on the body of the ghost. And we're just going to do a slip stitch, which is yarn over and pull through both of those little loops. It's a little bit hard to do. Oh, there we go. Pull that tight. Yeah, there's your little arm. And then you can just pull that on through and tuck these into our little ghost body without them being pulled on, and so they're out of the way. We're going to insert it in this little stitch underneath and pull that through here. Give it a little bit of tension and snip that off. If it's ever still sticking out a little bit, you can always push it in with your crochet hook. It won't hurt anything. We're gonna stick this in. This is a bit short. If it's ever really short and you're afraid that you won't be able to get it in the little body, just go ahead and stick your needle where you want it to go and then put it on. So that way you don't have to worry about not being able to stick it in the body of your amigurumi. Just loop that around, pick a spot, pull it through, just like that. Oop, arm disappeared there, just a little bit. Okay, cut that off. Let's see, it's sticking out just a little bit right there. Just, it's gone now. Nothing to worry about. Oh, that is so cute. Okay, I was wrong. The arms are super cute. But, you know, you don't have to put them on if you don't want to. Amigurumi is an art, not science. You do whatever you want. You can make some sort of demon ghost monster. You can put horns on this, like make it red or something. Have a little devil ghost or something, a demon. Make it black. Have a demon, like shadow person or whatever. You don't have to stick to the rules. Crochet is an art. Don't say, oh, I messed up. No. Your flaws are a work of art. All amigurumi is different and unique, and that's what makes it special. So don't sit here and say, oh, I messed it up, or oh, it doesn't look exactly like this one, or blah, blah, blah. No, yours is perfect, I promise. We are going to make our little blushies, okay? So, there are 3 different ways you can do this. You can either get some actual blush, like pink blush, get a little makeup spongy, and dust that on there. You can get some pink felt, cut out a little circle, and hot glue it on there. Or you can get pink yarn, and you can embroider little blushies with your yarn needle. I think I'm going to actually try to do the makeup blush because I've never done that before, and I want to see how it looks. If I don't like it, I can always hot glue some felt on there. Got some random blush. I don't even actually use this blush. I'm going to get this little makeup sponge thingy applicator that looks like it's had some glitter on it, but that'll be fine. And I'm going to get some blush on here. And we're just going to, oh my goodness. Oh, that is so cute. Wow. It's adorable. Oh, look at that. That is cute. And if you don't like this, just put some felt on there, you know? I don't really feel like dealing with a hot glue gun today. So, we'll just put some little blushies on there. If you end up not liking this blush, you always take it off. And your ghost doesn't even have to have blush. I just like putting little blushies on my creations because it's super cute. Oh, that is just adorable. Look at that. Okay, I was a little doubtful of the makeup because I've never tried it on an amigurumi project before, but that is adorable. I believe we are finished with our ghost, and this is our first Halloween project. I am planning on doing more. Hopefully I can get those out to you. Oh my goodness, this is just adorable. Much cuter than I thought it was going to turn out. Wow. Alright, you guys, if you made it to the end, thank you so much. I truly do appreciate it. I hope you love your little ghost as much as I do. I even thought about making a few more of them and like hanging them up so they're just kind of floating. They're like, ooh, spooky ghost. And if you do make one of these, like I said in the beginning, please send me a picture on Instagram at taylor.peach. I will love it. I love all the pictures you guys send me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I'll be trying to get out some more Halloween themed tutorials for you soon. Pumpkin is next. Just a little secret, it's not a regular pumpkin. It is a pumpkin bear. Yes, so cute. I love it. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more from me. And with that, I'm going to be going now and enjoying Halloween because I love Halloween. I don't like the fall because it's so cold, but I like Halloween, so that makes it all better. Bye, guys.